Hi everyone. In the previous video we did external recruitment, merits, demerits and difference between internal and external recruitment. Now we will be doing types of external recruitment. There are 10 ways of having external recruitment, that is a recruitment from external sources outside the organization. The first one we are going to start is with direct recruitment. Direct recruitment is usually done, what happens is, what company does is, or what an organization does, it places a notice on a notice board. People come and see that notice board. On that notice board, the date is specified and the kind of job is specified. It's usually for semi-skilled workers. The casual workers, they see the notice and accordingly they apply for the job on that very day. Usually the organization gives such kind of information when their one permanent worker is absent or he has just quit from the job and they urgently need somebody to work on spot. The people who are working for direct recruitment usually are called casual laborers or casual workers and are paid daily wage rate. What I have done in this this part of the chapter, I have divided every topic with definition, purpose, okay, and any other extra feature if it has, and then merit or demerit or any other extra feature it has. So according to the topic, definition, purpose, merit, demerit, these 4 points will be common or 3 points will be common. There will be either a merit or demerit, and there will be some extra features like here other name, remuneration and suitability. These are the 3 extra features. So we have first definition, second purpose, advantage, disadvantage is not here, but 3 extra features as other name, remuneration and suitability. Okay, starting with direct recruitment, here a notice board is placed by enterprise. So there is a notice board which is placed. On this board, a notice specifying the details of job is available. So you can see what job is to be filled in. Job seekers assemble outside the premises of the organization on specified date. They come outside the organization, they read the notice board, and on the specific date which is mentioned on the notice, they come outside the organization. On-spot selection is done. So we have on-spot selection of the people. Now when on-spot selection is done, what is the purpose? Is done for casual vacancies of what kind of workers? Unskilled or semi-skilled job. This is one of the most important point, the purpose. Then such workers are known as badli workers. This is the other name and this is the exclusive or extra feature out here. They are paid remuneration on daily wage workers हैं, casual workers हैं, तो daily wage ही pay की जाएगी. Advantage, inexpensive. Why is it inexpensive? As does not involve cost of advertising, so that is good advantages for the company. And suitability, for filling casual vacancies where there is rush of work or permanent worker is absent. That is what is direct recruitment. You must have seen in many places direct recruitment is done. If you remember Amitabh Bachchan's movie Zanjeer, Billa number 786 वो कहता है 786, where he is working at the dock and on spot things are done, on spot this is done, selection of job is being done and they are paid on spot, daily wage workers, they stand in a queue and something like that. If you have not seen, please go and watch that movie for this particular kind of recruitment. Let's come to the next one, casual callers. Who are casual callers? Sometimes what happens is, you simply go and drop in your resume to a company or to an organization and the organization keeps that resume of yours. Now, in case they need some kind of person and you match that profile, they call you for the particular job interview or they call you for the particular vacancy and the job gets filled. What happens is, casual callers, many reputed organizations keep a database of unsolicited applicants in their offices. Yes, unsolicited applicants it is kept in the office. What is the purpose? Such job seekers can be prepared and screened to fill vacancies as they arise. So what you can do is, these are kept in a particular file. As and when vacancy arises, they call for you. Right, merit. It reduces cost of recruiting workforce as compared to other sources. Yes, because you already have the resume of people with you. All you have to do is, as an organization, or what the organization has to do is call those people and they come for the job. It happens in many times it happens in schools at the time of the new session. People leave their resume in mid session and when new session comes, the teachers are recruited, or the job applicants are called on that basis. So 20 years back, when I started working in Sacred Heart, my school, I also got job through this casual callers, unsolicited applicant. My application was sent to the school, and later on I was called for the job opportunity. I dropped my resume in the month of February and I was called in the month of August. So that's how casual callers get filled. Now, advertisement on TV, again very common, not exactly common we can say. You must have seen the local cable networks they provide for the jobs, because ours is an industrial town, Ludhiana. Here what happens is the local cable operators, till the time they were operating, they used to advertise vacancies for jobs on the cable network in between when there was some kind of advertisement or change of movie. Apart from that, sometimes Doordarshan also provides for this kind of recruitment from external sources. So there are advertisements on television where people are recruited on the basis of vacancies which are vacant in various government job organization or various organization, in case organization wants to get people through this media or this mode of recruitment. So what they do is, a vacant post is telecasted on television. So whatever vacancy is, it is telecasted on television along with detailed requirements of job. So what kind of job is to be done, that is given there. Qualities required to do a job, so person should have those kind of qualities. Along with that, organization tells its profile also, because people may or may not like to apply for that particular job in that particular organization, and the profile of the organization. Purpose is to reach masses. Of course, advertising is the only way to reach masses today is through television, and advertising through television is nothing else but reaching to the masses. And merit, most common method of recruitment. This is basically not given in the book along with this explanation, but if you start with recruitment, you will find there that advertisement is or advertising is the most common method of recruitment. Alright, next we come to web publishing. Like advertising, web publishing means what? Again, the companies, they they take a portal, online portal. There are many, naukri.com is there, and then you have monster.com. So there are many sites, websites are there. So what people do is, through internet, the organization actually through internet, they just call for or they seek for prospective candidates, and they leave the job details out there on their website. People who are searching for jobs look into that website. If the details are exactly what they have as qualification, they apply for the job, and the problem gets solved for both of them. So when you talk about, when vacancies are published through websites or internet, it is like known as web publishing, right? It is designed for providing information about job seekers and job opening. So the job opening is clearly given in that particular website or that particular portal where you have created your own website, online website. So what you can do is, you can write the details of the job and people can apply for it accordingly. Merit is common source visited by both prospective employees and the organization searching for suitable people. So it's a very common source. Why? Because both of them looking for, today people keep on surfing through internet. You are into digital media all the time, and people like to go through their various accounts on Facebook and here and there. So that's how they go in for naukri.com, also monsterjob.com, and that's where they search. I myself, I keep on applying here and there online just to see what is my worth. Am I actually, will they ask me to join their organization? So sometimes I apply in some kind of big schools where there's a vacancy for my job position. Sometimes I apply abroad, sometimes I apply for a job. That is just to check whether actually can I get recruited somewhere else or not, just for fun, nothing else. So web publishing. Now, labor contractor. Who are labor contractors? Sometimes what happens is, there is a person working in the organization who works as a contractor. वो आपके घर बनाने के लिए आप कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को घर देते हैं कि हाँ जी ये लीजिए कॉन्ट्रैक्टर साहब हमारा घर लीजिए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे और सारा घर बना दीजिए, ऐसे ही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स होते हैं। ओके, लेबर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स कौन होते हैं? वो जो हमारे घर बनाते हैं ना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे, वी कॉल देम कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर साहब आए हैं और साथ में वर्कर्स लेकर आते हैं, सो दे आर द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स। यहाँ पर लेबर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर का मतलब क्या है? हियर लेबर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर इज द person who's working in the organization and at a short notice organization wants some workers. So what he does is he goes back to his village, gets those people from the for the organization, and the people feel happy they are getting job because they were lying jobless out there, and organization feels happy that they have the workers at the short notice. Only disadvantage of this kind of work is that the moment a labor contractor wants to leave the organization and he goes, the people whom he had recruited in the organization or helped to employ in the organization also follow the suit, they follow the same, they just go blindly behind him. So labor contractor maintain close contact with the laborers. Purpose is to provide a required number of unskilled workers at very short notice. Then merit is labor contractor is known to workers and the organization as he is an employee there because the labor contractor. So if both trust him, the organization and the workers. And demerit is if the contractor decides to leave the organization, employees employed through him also follow the suit. They just follow him, they just go blindly behind him and do not take anything into consideration. So next we come to is advertisement. What sometimes companies do is they advertise a particular post in the newspaper. Like for example, Hindustan Times and Times of India. Hindustan Times has Career which comes on Tuesday and Times of India has Ascent which comes on Wednesday. Various posts are advertised there and people who are prospective candidates, they look for the jobs there, they apply for their various posts. There is another newspaper which is called Employment News. So this Employment News has all the jobs related to, in India only, all the jobs related to government jobs. Majorly it's to do with the government job. So advertisement in newspaper or trade and professional journal is generally used. Of course, it's a wider choice. Advertisement in any case, it brings in wider choice because a lot of people read the newspaper. Senior job positions of industry is filled by this method. So we fill the job position usually of great importance through advertisement. More information about the organization and job can be given in the advertisement. Yes, people write the details about the kind of job it is and about themselves also. Only thing they don't mention is salary, which is written as negotiable there if you read the advertisement. May bring flood of now what happens is the limitation is that lot many people who are capable or not capable, they do not read the qualification and people just generally apply, maybe we get the job. You know, there is so much of unemployment around, people generally apply. So at that time of selection, when you have to segregate the fit applicants to unfit applicants, it takes a lot of time. That's a demerit with advertising. May bring flood of response and many times from quite unsuitable candidates. That's a very big demerit. Again, here segregation has been done on the basis of definition, purpose. Now it is preferred here, merit and demerit. We can take these points like that. Now next comes is employment exchange. In India, we have employment exchange. Sometimes for government jobs, you need to have employment exchange number. So the moment you finish off your graduation, you go to an employment exchange, you apply there and you get a number from there, and then you can apply for some government jobs or some specific jobs. Now, the only problem with employment exchange is that these employment exchange, the data is sometimes very outdated, not up to date, and people apply when they do their graduation. By the time they do their post graduation or they do some extra course, by the time they get their jobs, what happens is the data is depleted. And sometimes unsuitable candidates also apply from employment exchange. Only in India, the government operated employment exchange is there in every state, in every city, but people do not have much of knowledge about the employment exchanges. But yes, this kind of external source of recruitment does exist. So employment exchanges are run by these are run by the government and are regarded as the source of recruitment. Of course, this is the external source of recruitment. For unskilled and skilled jobs, both kind of people apply here. Purpose, in some jobs, it is compulsory to notify the employment exchange. I told you just now, like for example, for government jobs, it's important to notify, you need to have a employment exchange number. And merit employment exchange help to match personal demand and supply by serving link between job seekers and employers. Yes, the employers, when they ask for a particular kind of employee, and if the employment exchange have that kind of application and that data is there with them, they try to match the demand and supply and then send the applicant out there. But what happens is their data is so not updated that sometimes wrong kind of people apply for the job. So the records of the employment exchange are not up to date. Like I told you, the data is not very clear, and the employees found through the employment exchange are sometimes unsuitable to work. Yeah, because they do not really match with the demand and supply. So that becomes another problem. Here again, definition, purpose, merit, demerit, it doesn't have any extra feature, it doesn't have anything else except for the purpose. And next we come to recommendation of employees. Now what happens is, sometimes where you're working in a particular organization for a very long time, you can give recommendation to your bosses about somebody whom you know who is capable of doing the job in the same organization, has requisite qualification, and will prove to be an asset to the organization. So you make such kind of recommendation. The boss listens to you. If they find this kind of person really good, they just do the preliminary screening. The person whom you recommend is already known to the organization, through you, through the person who recommends. And moreover, it is very easier for the organization, since they know you, they expect that the person whom you would be recommending would be such a person who would be knowing the working protocol. Moreover, what happens is, the person whom you recommend, he also knows where you have been working for years altogether, would be a good place to work. So both ways, for the employer as well as the recommended person, both it becomes a comparatively suitable place to work. Now, applicants introduced by present employees or their friends, relatives may prove to be a good source. It is a good source. Purpose, such applicants are easy to get and their background is sufficiently known and they can easily adapt to the organization. So we want such kind of people who are easily who can adapt, and there is less need for giving them extensive training. Some kind of induction training is always required, but extensive training is not required. The merit is preliminary screening takes place, which is cost effective. Yeah, it is very, very cost effective because not much detailing interview or things are to be done. Okay, next we come to placement agencies. Now, placement agencies and management consultants in your book has been given under one heading. I have put it as 9A and 9B because there are just 10 external sources of recruitment and 10th is campus recruitment. So, starting with placement agencies. Now, what do the placement agencies do? As the name suggests, they give you placement in an organization. How do they do it? I'll explain it to you because there's quite overlapping between management consultants and placement agencies. So, I'll explain it to you line by line. First, the definition part of it. In technical and professional areas, private agencies and professional bodies appear to be doing work. Say they do work. Now, who is doing? When the placement agencies, what they do is, they get the people from technical and professional world for the private organizations. They match the personal demand and supply. So that is their purpose. Whatever demand is there from the organization, they match that demand and supply and provide to the organization. These agencies compile resume of large number of candidates and recommend suitable names to their clients. Now here their clients are organizations. So they ask for the people. Now what happens is, like for example, if I'll go to a placement agency, give my resume out there, they'll keep the resume, put it in the computer under my name, and whenever a particular kind of job arises, they will send it to the particular organization and that organization will later on contact me. What do they do for this? They charge fee for their services from both the clients, that is the organizations, as well as I as an individual who will go for the job. These agencies entice मतलब lure मतलब attract करते हैं, अपने पास बुलाते हैं the needed top executives from other companies by making right offers to their clients. अब क्या है, sometimes what happens is organization wants some very good executives for their particular post which is vacant. The top executive who was there was either promoted or he left the organization. So what they do is, since they have the compiled data of resumes, they'll contact somebody, lure the person for their organization and get top executive of some other company to another company who is their client. So that's what the placement agencies do. As the name suggests, they provide placement to the people who go to them with their resume. Now, management consultants. What's the difference here? These are consultancy agencies to recruit technical, professional, managerial personnel. दोनों same काम कर रहे हैं, पर ये क्या करते हैं? They, apart from providing services of giving the services of consultancy, that is providing the job, they also give you other consultancy in context of, like for example, if you want to know, if you want to settle down your organizations some particular data, or if you want some kind of work to be done, you go to a management consultancy, they will tell you whom to contact. You may, your organization is particularly to do with the, suppose you are into an organization which is into manufacturing, but you don't have a proper, you don't have proper professionals who can take care of the outsourcing work. So they provide you with those kind of people. So they give you consultancy as well as provide you with the right kind of people. They will give you they'll charge you consultation fees, but they will provide you with the people also. These consultants specialize in middle and top level executive placements. Of course, yes, that's what they do. Merit is these agencies maintain data bank of persons with different qualification and skill and advertise job on behalf of their clients to recruit right type of person. Now here client is not only the people who go with their personal resume. Here clients also means the companies who want their consultancy. So an individual can either go to a placement agency or can go to a management consultant also. But management consultants, apart from providing you the right kind of personnel, they also give you guidance about how to run the organization. Because sometimes, you know, these outsourcing services, you do not do things on your own. Like for example, if you want somebody from the security services, or you want somebody from the advertising world, so they, or financial services, so they will provide you that kind of consultancy also. Of course, these also charge fee. This extra feature I have not written here. So this is the extra feature out here, that they also charge fee for the same. Sometimes they charge fee or they charge commission for the work which they are doing. Management consultants. Last, 10th point is campus recruitment. This is most common. If you've seen 3 Idiots and you remember the interview which happened in 3 Idiots, that was exactly the campus recruitment in the engineering college. When people from outside came, they wanted to recruit freshers. Why? Because freshers will be trained as per the need of the organization, and plus sometimes academic qualifications are good. So what they do is they go, they talk to these people, they recruit them, and then they give them the chance to do their higher studies from the organization. One, they get a very qualified person for the job. Second, they are able to develop them, train them, and they extract, of course, they extract more work and they comparatively pay less. And freshers feel important about it, good about it. Why? Because they are getting a job for the same thing for which they would have applied, and they would have gone through a long process of interview. Instead of that, they get recruited within their college. So many big organizations maintain a close relation with the universities, vocational school and management institutes and recruit qualified people for the job. This is called campus recruitment. You can get this definition to write. Purpose is to tap academically fresh and good candidates, and the merit is most popular method these days. Very popular. Imagine a movie is using the same thing. So it's a very popular method of recruiting people. That's all about external recruitment. We finish off with recruitment completely. Next we are going to start is with selection in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.